Hello friends and welcome back to Digitalk. So in few of the previous sessions on the agentic AI, I have covered the basic concepts of RAG, LLMs, embedding and vector database, okay, specifically for the beginners. With this from the scratch with the basic examples, okay. So now in this particular session, I'm going to explain the AI agent, okay, and actually what is the AI agent architecture, how it works, and what is the role of RAG in the AI agent architecture. Okay, so again, this is a session for the beginner, so I'm going to explain everything from the scratch with the basic example so that you will have a good understanding of all these terms. Okay, so AI agent, if I talk about the difference between AI agent and agentic AI, because in the previous session I have mentioned as an agentic AI when I was explaining the LLMs, RAG, embedding, vector databases, etc. Okay, so AI agent is specifically a kind of agent which do some specific task for you. Okay, but when we talk about the agentic AI, in the agentic AI, we will have the multiple AI agent. Okay, so for example, if you wanted to do certain tasks, okay, so if there is a AI agent, okay, so that one agent will be doing everything for you. But when we say agentic AI, so there will be multiple AI agent, and every agent will be doing some task for you. So that means a single task that you are going to split in parallel, and multiple agents are doing the task. Right, this is the simple difference between AI agent and agentic AI. And even I'm going to post one more video on this agentic AI and AI agent in some near future. Okay, so but particularly in this session I am going to explain AI agent architecture and RAG. Okay, how RAG is related with the AI agent. So now today every organization is moving toward the AI agent or the agentic AI. Okay, and the expectations are from all the engineers that you should have a good understanding of AI agent, and even every employee should able to build or write an AI agent or able to create an AI agent. Okay, so in this session I will explain you about the basic architecture of AI agent, how it works. Okay, now what is AI agent? An AI agent is a system that can perceive a goal. Okay, so this is a very important keyword here, that is called the goal. So let me change my pen. Okay, okay, an AI agent is a system that can perceive a goal. So this goal is a very important term related with the AI agent. Okay, and think through steps, use tools and take actions on its own to achieve the goal without a human guiding every step. So now very first thing, agent AI agent is doing a specific goal for you, or you can also say a specific task for you. Okay, and that task without the human guidance every step. There is no involvement of the human. You just initiate a task which is a goal oriented. Okay, and then AI agent will do everything for you. It will execute the multiple steps, and then for the execution it may need to contact the different tools. Now what is the meaning of tools? I am going to explain again in this particular session. Okay, and after contacting the multiple tools, and then it take the actions on its own to achieve the goal. So whatever the goal that you have given, okay, it will do everything to achieve that particular goal, or you can say that particular task. Okay, now simple example. You say book me the cheapest flights to Goa next weekend. Okay, so you are telling your AI agent you need to book a cheapest flight to Goa next weekend. So now if you go in a traditional way, like there is no AI agent, or you are manually going to book a cheapest flight to Goa for the next weekend. So what you will do, you will explore the multiple travel websites, and then you will look for the different flights, which one is the cheapest option, which is giving them good features or functionalities like lodging, boarding facilities, right? So you will look for multiple things, and then you will identify one cheapest flight or good flight, and then you will book that one for the next weekend, right? Now the same task, if the your AI agent is doing, it will automatically search flight prices across site. Okay, so whatever the travel sites are there, okay, so it will search for all the travel sites for the best prices. It will compare the date and cost. It will compare everything. Okay, like you wanted it for next weekend. For next weekend, what will be the cost of the particular flights? Okay, each and every flight. Then it pick the cheapest option, which is the cheapest option, and then it will automatically book it for you and confirm you. So it will automatically initiate the booking. It will contact the particular website, and then it will enter your all the personal details. Based on that, it will book the ticket, and once the ticket is booked, it will send you the confirmation, sir, this is the ticket that has been booked for you for the next weekend for this flight for the Goa. So this is a simple task. Okay, so this is a goal oriented task. So what is goal here? You need to book a cheapest flight to Goa for the next weekend. So this is the goal, and your AI agent will work to achieve this particular goal with the help of multiple steps tool, and it will take the corresponding actions. Okay, so now to achieve this particular goal, there would be multiple steps are in between that AI agent follow. with the help of multiple different tools. Okay, so that I am going to explain. Now, simple, if I do a short comparison of simple chatbot or an agent, what is the difference here? So when we talk about chatbot, it responds to one message at a time. Just talks, give info or text replies, cannot use external tools, no memory for long-term goals, wait for the next user message. Okay, so that means you interact like a human, but you enter a text, you will get a response, and again you have to enter a question, and then again you will get a response. Okay, it will wait for your response. It is not going to contact any external tools, and it has no memory, right? If the chat is closed, it doesn't know that who was the last person talking to me, what the questions you were asked to that particular chatbot. Nothing is remember. There is no memory, no brain. Okay, this just a simple interactive questions and answers. But on the other hand, if we go for the agent, it works toward a goal over multiple steps. So that means we have a specific goal that we need to achieve. Okay, and then it will follow the multiple steps to achieve that particular goal. It will plan, decide, and take real action. So it will plan, and based on planning, it will decide, and then it will take the real actions. Okay, and then it can call tools. So now tools like the searching tools, APIs, code. So there could be some custom code that you have designed. There could be some multiple third-party APIs. There could be search facilities. Like if I said your agent is going to book a travel ticket for you, okay, so it may need to contact the multiple travel sites, right? And it will contact the multiple travel sites with the help of APIs that is provided by the these third-party service providers. So that means it will contact the multiple tools, and then it remember context across step. That means whatever the interaction that you have done with the agent, or whatever the step that he has performed based on your preferences, everything will be remembered by the agent and keep going until the goal is done, and it will keep working until your final goal is achieved. So this is a goal oriented agent. This is not like a simple chatbot where you're just interacting with some uh, text based questions and answers, where you're not doing any kind of a task. Now, what are the agent components? So there are the 5 building blocks that can make an agent work. The very first in brain, LLM, right? So we have covered in detail about the LLM. What is LLM? LLMs are the large language models. So like ChatGPT, Claude, Gemini, these all are the LLMs, large language models, right? So these are the brain in the terms of agents. When you are working on an AI agent, so LLM work as a brain which think and reasons. Then you have memory, right? So that means whenever you are interacting with the agent, okay, so apart from the brain to understand the things, it needs the memory. That means whatever the interaction that you have done in the earlier, it should remember everything. Like you do some chat with the LLMs, like you when you chat with the Chat GPT or the Gemini or the Claude, okay, it remember everything. You start talking with the with all these LLMs, and then you do the cross questions, and you can come again maybe today, tomorrow. It remember everything, right? Because it has a brain and it has a memory to remember everything, right? So then you need certain tools. Tools means that if you wanted to perform certain actions, that you definitely you need certain tools. Like if you ask your agent to book a flight ticket for me, then definitely tool need to know where is your identity information, like whether it is in a PDF form or some other image form. Okay, because based on that, it is going to book a ticket for you. Your travel agency need all your identity information, right? And then when it is going to contact the travel agency, so travel agency will expose their APIs, and then your agent will contact that API to look for the cheapest flights and to book the ticket by providing your identity information, right? So you need the tools as well. Then planning. So whatever the task that you have given, whatever the goal that you have given to the agent, it will do the complete end-to-end planning for that one, and then at last it will take the actions. Once the planning is completed based on your requirements, it will take the corresponding action. So these are the 5 building blocks that can make an agent work: brain, LLM, memory, tool, planning, and actions. So now the very first thing, as I said, the brain is the LLM. So LLM is like your Chat GPT, Claude, Gemini. These are the agent's brain. It read the goal, reasons about what to do next, and decide the best course of action. Okay. So now example, find me a good Italian restaurant nearby and tell me its rating. Now here you can see carefully for this sentence. What I'm saying, find a good Italian restaurant nearby and tell me the rating. Now rating is something which is available, okay, on the public network, right? Whenever you go to book any of the restaurant, okay, and then there are a lot of ratings are there that is given by the public, right? That is available on the public domain. Okay, now second thing, you have to look for the Italian restaurant only Italian restaurant, right? Then third is the nearby. So If you are saying your agent to look for the Italian restaurant nearby, so your agent has to know your location, right? For that, it has to the access of your location, right? So that it can look up for your location. So for nearby, you have to provide a tool to your agent so that it can look up for the nearby locations, right? So LLM reasons internally. I need current location data and reviews. I don't have this memorized because this is not in the memorized because it is the first time maybe you are booking Italian restaurant nearby. Okay, so I would call a search map tool. So it has to call a search map tool to look up for your location, then look up for the different Italian restaurants which is near to you, and then read the result and summarize the best match. And then it will look up for the rating for all and then summarize the result for you. So this is how your brain LLM work when you specifically work with the AI agent. Second is the memory. So as I said, LLMs has a memory and it remember everything, right? So you can start talking with the LLMs and then you can come again back in the evening, tomorrow, day after tomorrow. So everything is remembered and you can start talking with the just like the humans because it has a memory and brain. So memory lets the agent remember past messages, fact and results. So it doesn't lost context mid task or repeat the same question, right? So it will not going to repeat again and again same to you, right? So it has a two kind of a memory, short term memory and the long term memory. Short term remember the current conversations, like example you said your name is Ria earlier, agent is still know it 5 messages later, yeah, you said your name is Ria, okay, after you started talking, so maybe 5 messages later or maybe 50 messages later, okay, your agent still remember that your name is Ria. Okay, now long term, store fact across sessions. That means example, agent remember you prefer window seats every time you book a flight. So whenever you ask your agent to book a flight for me, okay, so you said that okay, my preferred seat is window seats. Okay, so whenever in the future you are going to say to your agent, okay, please book a flight for me, right? So it will automatically remember that your preference is window seat and it will automatically book a flight, okay, seat for which is with the window preferences. Okay, so this is called the long-term memory because this is just because of the memory. Your AI agent has the memory. Okay, and then component tool. What is the role of tool? So tool are external functions the agent can call, search engines, calculator, API, database to do things LLM cannot do, right? So LLM, what we learn about the LLM? LLM is a large language model, so it work on the trained data, okay, and trained data is the data which is available on the public network or the internet, right? So LLMs are trained on the humongous data which is available publicly, but it cannot contact your individual data, okay, it doesn't have the access to your individual data and it doesn't have the access to a particular organizational data, right? So if you want LLM to have the access to your own individual data or your organizational data, so we need the RAG in between, right? So we have the LLM and then we implement the RAG, and this RAG have the access to your individual data or the organizational data, right? This we have covered in the previous sessions. So when we say tool, so your AI agent need to contact the multiple tools to perform the goal, or the task that we have given. Okay, so for that it may look up for the real-time information. It will go for the web search. It will look for the calculator. It will go for the RAG as well, right? To search for the document or knowledge base from your personal data or from your organization. So as I said, book a flight ticket for me. So if you are going to book a flight ticket, okay, as I said, you need to provide your identity. That could be any of your government identity card. Okay, so that your government identity card is not the public domain. It is it with you only, right? So you need to provide access to the RAG to your personal data, right? And then email sender, because once the flight ticket is booked or any action or goal is done, it has to send to the mail to the sender, right? So that means AI agent, whenever perform a specific task, okay, it contact the multiple tools based on the requirement, okay, and based on that data or the tools, it perform that particular task or goal that you decide. Okay, now the example is what's our refund policy. So the agent call the RAG tool to search company document instead of guessing from the memory, right? Because if you're saying what is our refund policy, so refund policy, if you're talking about specifically on your organizational refund policy, okay, so that information is not there in the public domain because that is company specific and that is there in your company document organization, right? So because that is a personal data of your organization, so what will the interact in between, the RAG will be there. So this RAG going to contact your organizational data, okay, and then it is going to fetch the information and that is going to frame the response for you. What is your organization's refund policy of the ticket? Okay, so this is the importance of tools in the RAG. Okay, so now what I said, the fourth component is planning. So planning is how the agent break big fuzzy goal into small order step. It can actually execute one at a time. So whenever you are giving any task to your agent, okay, so there could be multiple sub tasks in the goal that can be executed in parallel. Okay, so for that your agent will do a particular planning how to execute that. If it is single AI agent, then which is the priority task that need to execute. If it is an agentic AI, then there would be a multiple agents that can perform the task in parallel. Okay, so now example goal, plan a birthday dinner for 6 people. Okay, so this is the task that you have given, or the goal that you have given to AI agent. So first it will find the restaurants nearby. So for nearby it need or the for finding it need a search tool. Okay, it need the access to the map to look for your nearest location. Then it has to check the availability if the 6 seats are available in the restaurant or not, right? And then compare price and review. It will compare the different prices and reviews. Then it will book a table and send invite to each and every guest. All the 6 guests are there. Their mail will be sent to them like this is the date and place and the restaurant that has been booked for the party. Okay, and so why it matters? Without planning, the agent might try to book a table before even knowing which restaurant or whether it's open, right? So if planning is not there, it may only look for a restaurant and it can book a table, but it may not be aware about which restaurant or whether it is open or not, what is the open or close time, what is the price, or maybe what is the reviews of that particular restaurant. So planning is very important because in the planning you have to give to the agent work in a efficient way, okay, by taking all the facts in the considerations. Fifth is the actions. So actions are the real world step the agent actually perform. That means calling a tool, sending data, producing a final output. So action is whatever the planning that you have done, the planning that has been done by the AI agent, now that need to execute. Okay, so that means once you have done the planning, which tool I need to call, which search service I need to call, which API I need to call for booking the hotel or the flight tickets. Okay, once that planning is done, that it actually execute. Okay, it call everything and then execute the result for you. That means from plan to action. Step find restaurants nearby. So it will action, it will call map APIs and get all 5 restaurants nearby to you. Check availability. It will call booking API and confirm 7:30 p.m. slot. Send invite to guest. Send email SMS to all guests. Right. So that means there is a planning, and for each and every planning there will be corresponding actions. So actions are where the agent stop thinking and start doing. So in the planning phase, it is thinking. Okay, and but action is where it is actually doing the task that has been assigned to each and every plan. This is called the actions. So now if I say what is the agentic life cycle, the repeating loop an agent run until the goal is complete. So that means your agent is doing multiple things until that particular goal is completed, right? So for example, if we have asked the agent to book a cab for me, okay, so so agent will book a cab for you. It may be possible that the cab driver may cancel your cab after some time. So the agent will continuously look up for your booking, and if it is cancelled by any of the cab agent, then again it will book for the other cab. So this is called the repeating loop and agent run until the goal is complete. Okay, so that means get the goal input, perceive, think, plan, act, observe, check the results. So loop back to think if the goal isn't yet done yet, repeat until task completion. So that means till the task or the goal is completed, your agent continuously work. Okay. Now example, a research agent keeps searching, reading, summarizing, checking. Is this enough? Repeating until it has to complete report. Right. So this is just a small example of the agentic life cycle. So if I talk about a single agent architecture, there would be a user who will say book the cheapest flights to Goa. The agent will receive the request, manage the process. LLM reasons about what tool step is needed next, right? So if you have said that booking a flight, so LLM will decide what all tool I need to contact for this particular request, and then it is going to call each and every tools. So it call the flight search API, get price details, look for the ratings, etc., and then respond. So agent replies with the booked flight details. So once the booking is done, then it will reply. So this is a single agent architecture. Okay, so when we say agentic AI, so there could be multiple agents, not a single agent. So will have a agent 1, agent 2, and both agent will be doing some task in the parallel. That is in the agentic AI. Okay, and here if you see tool, like if you need to connect some of the personal data or national data which is not available in the personal domain, or your personal data, like you need you to provide your identity, so for that it is going to contact via RAG, because RAG will provide access to your individual data or maybe the organizational data, right? Now, where does RAG fit in it? So as I said, retrieval augmented regeneration RAG isn't a separate component. It is a specialized tool the agent call when it needs facts from document instead of taking an action. So RAG is a component in the AI single agent architecture. You can say this is the flow of a single agent architecture. And here we have a RAG as well. And there is specific work of a RAG, right? To look up for individual information or for the organizational data, right? So that means RAG is one of the tool. So just like the other tools we have been talking about, so RAG is also like a tool which LLM can contact, okay, in the AI agent flow. Okay, so action style tool does something in the real world, calculator, booking API, email center. So these are the some basic tools your AI agent can contact. Okay, but again, if I said you need some personal information, your individual personal information, you need some your have a query that need to search a specific company documentation, PDF or knowledge base, so RAG will be there, because that you need the some personal information which is not available in the public domain, so LLM cannot gather that information for you. So like support agent answer the policy questions. User asks what's our refund policy. Agent will contact the LLM and LLM realize that this document need document facts and this is not available in the public domain. So it is going to call RAG. So RAG will search for your refund policy document, which is your organizational data. Okay, and how RAG store and extract this information I have covered in the previous session, where I have explained the embedding along with that vector database, right? How this document, your complete documentations data is stored in the vector database, and how it is fetched with the help of embedding, right? So once that this information is retrieved, then the LLM going to respond to you based on this particular document. So RAG is also one of the tool, okay, which is there inside your AI agent based on your requirement. Okay, so that means RAG plus agent working together. RAG never books, play, or change anything. It only look things up. Booking a hotel, cab, or a train always need a separate action tool. So as I said, AI agent is doing everything for you, whether it is a booking of the cab, booking of the travel, some flight tickets, or booking of some other things, hotels or anything, right? It is the AI agent is doing. RAG will never do all these things for you. RAG will only be there if you need some specific information that is not available with the LLM. So that means your personal information, your organizational data. So RAG answer the question, what is the cancellation policy? And that is internal to your organization. Is breakfast included? So there would be a information that is only available in the specific organization data. What's the baggage rule? So these information maybe when you are going to book the travel ticket, okay, this will fetch from the particular travel agency websites. Okay, action tools: book the hotel room, confirm the cab ride, reserve the train seat. So these are all the actions that is done by your agent tool, right? So example, book me a hotel in Goa with free cancellation. Now here you have to book a ticket in hotel for me for the which has a free cancellation. So RAG check policy document which hotel offer the free cancellation. So it may need to contact the person particular organizational data. Okay, it is going to contact the personal this all these organizations data, where it has to check for the offers or the hotels which offer the free cancellation, and then the agent will book the hotel for you. Once the information is fetched, the agent is going to book the hotel for you, and then you are going to get the response booked and with the cancellation free. So this is how AI agent and RAG work together, where a RAG is one of the tool in the AI agent. Now, what are the key takeaways? An AI agent autonomously perceives, plan, and act to reach a particular goal, not just specific to chat. Unlike a chat, an agent can use tools and take real actions across multiple steps. Four component what we have learned: it has a brain, which is LLM, memory, tools, planning, and then actions. The agent lifecycle loops: perceive, think, plan, act, and observe until the goal is met. And RAG plus is a tool. It retrieves fact from document, where LLM need knowledge, not action. Right? So now hope it is clear to you what is the role of RAG in AI agent, and what is the architecture of AI agent and how it works.